Some words, they aren't just descriptions. They're entire arguments packed into a single label. Today, we're going to deconstruct one of the most loaded terms in Arab history, dahiya. It's a word that's tied to the founder of the Umayyad Caliphate, Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan. And believe me, it opens up a centuries-old debate about power, skill, and morality. So, what does it really mean to be a dahiya? Is it praise? Is it kinda a thinly veiled insult? Or is it something way more complex? Let's get into it. Okay, so at its core, a dahiya is a political mastermind. We're talking about incredible skill, resourcefulness, and yeah, cunning. But there's a shadow there, right? An implication of morally ambiguous, maybe even ruthless maneuvering. And that tension, that's the heart of this entire debate.
All right, first, let's look at the most common interpretation. Muawiyah as a dahiya, the master statesman. So in a huge part of Arab and Islamic heritage, these qualities are actually celebrated in a leader. A dahiya wasn't just smart. They could manage people with this incredible finesse, navigate a crisis with a cool head, and, importantly, master that perfect balance between being tough and being lenient. I mean, it's basically the complete package of political skill. If you're looking at it from this perspective, calling him a dahiya isn't really a moral judgment. Nope, it's a description of pure effectiveness. It's just acknowledging that he took this fractured post-Civil War world and somehow forged a stable, powerful state out of it.
But that's only one side of the story, isn't it? Now, let's get into the critical reading of that exact same label. And this is where it gets absolutely fascinating. The same actions are interpreted in completely different ways. Was his balancing act a work of state-building genius, or was his use of money, alliances, and demands for loyalty just ruthless realpolitik? And this is the core of the critique. For this school of thought, the word dahiya is a euphemism. It's a polished term that papers over the sharp, sometimes brutal methods he used to gain and hold on to power. It basically hides the how behind the successful what.
So how do we reconcile these two views? Well, the truth is, you can't, because this label is anything but neutral. Ultimately, it all comes down to this. The description is colored by your position on history. Dahiya isn't some objective fact about Muawiyah. It's a direct reflection of the observer's own perspective on that entire era.
And what are those coloring factors? Well, they're pretty clear. Do you think his rise to power was legitimate? What's your view on the Great Civil War of that time? And which historical tradition are you actually following? Your answers to these questions are what determine whether dahiya sounds like praise or a condemnation. And here it is, the crucial point. Simply choosing to use the word dahiya means you are taking a side in a 1,400-year-old debate. The word isn't just a description, it's the conclusion of an argument, all by itself. Which, of course, brings us to today. Think about it. When we call a modern leader cunning or a master strategist, what are we really saying? Are we praising their skill, their sheer effectiveness at getting things done no matter what? Or are we just politely ignoring the methods they use to get there? The backroom deals, the broken promises, the political casualties left in their wake? What are we hiding behind that one single loaded word?